Hello, everyone. It's time. It's time to find my presidential match. We're going to be evaluating all of the US presidents today, based solely on, well, we'll call it how hot they are, but it's really the connection between us. George Washington, you are too rosy-cheeked, too bald, and too wig-wearing. C tier. John Adams, no. Thomas Jefferson, I give him the bone structure, I'll give him that, but no. James Madison, I like the determined look in his eyes. You can really see that, this guy was a dude, but he's C tier. I can't put him any higher. James Monroe, first president who doesn't have a giant wig on. That's a big plus. Sorry, Madison, if that's not a wig, but it's kind of sus. James Monroe, maybe A tier. Maybe he'll be moved down to B tier, who knows, but James Monroe, not bad. Not bad at all. Very defined face, strong facial structure, determined eyes. You can see a lot about that in a person. J.Q. Adams, boom. Next to your dude, John Adams. Andrew Jackson, I really hate this like weird hair thing that he's got going on. Like, it really puts me off. Like this, it's like he has like an M here. You see the M in his hairline? That's no. Martin Van Buren, American pageant was right. Martin Van Buren is a no. William Henry Harrison, he's like he's like kind of got that old fox kind of look, gray fox kind of look. But William Henry Harrison, too old, his complexion's not looking great in this black and white photo, I gotta say, so no. John Tyler, okay, call me crazy, but he looks kind of like Timothy Chalamet, if you want to pronounce his name correctly. So John Tyler, I actually, I dig he's got that, bony kind of gaunt look that a lot of these older presidents have. And I have to say that John Tyler is not too bad. He isn't B tier. Polk. I'm not laughing. Polk is like, he looks like Mr. Bean. If Mr. Bean didn't have a mole, and if Mr. Bean were a 19th century white guy. But Polk is indeed a 19th century white guy, and he does not have the hair to back his anything up. The hairline is receding, and so I will be proceeding with giving him a C tier. Zachary Taylor, no, his face, like, he's just like, this expression doesn't do it for me. Now I know it could be like his portrait or something, just like this is what they chose to represent. Keep in mind, if you're the president, this media is going to be coming out. This is what people are going to see in the newspaper. Zachary Taylor, is that what you want? Taylor, you could have done better, buddy. You could have done better. Fillmore, no. I like the wispy kind of whitish grayish hair. That's pretty neat. But nothing else really works for me. So sorry, Fillmore. Franklin Pierce. Let me pull something up in a different tab. Franklin Pierce. Now, little known historical fact. Franklin Pierce. He is. Let me bring this over here. This is Franklin Pierce. He is widely regarded as the hottest president. Do I agree? Now this is kind of a funny look. But man, look at this image right here. All these pixels. No, this image. This is kind of gets you sweating a little bit. Pierce, like, this is not a good photo of him, but he's got that striking facial features. Looks like he could act out in like Les Mis or something, honestly, like Les Miserables. He is that kind of guy. And honestly, even his worst looking paintings don't portray him too negatively. And like, if I saw this guy, I'd be like, okay, Mr. President, I'll listen. I'll listen to you. So Pierce, he's our first S tier. You might not tell, but he is a baddie. James Buchanan, nope. He's got that shiny forehead, but nothing else is shining from Buchanan. He did nothing for the Civil War. Abraham Lincoln. You know, as much as it pains me to say, but I can't really give him much higher than a C tier. Abraham Lincoln, not known for being the most outlandishly handsome man, but he does have, you know, a nice facial hair. I respect the beard. That's a definitely beard win, but no, I can't really give him much. Andrew Johnson. I mean, he's not the worst ever. Like, if you think about it, Johnson is like a C tier. It begrudges me to put him in the same tier as Lincoln ever, but yeah, Johnson is okay. Ulysses S Grant. Okay, I think, okay, hate me if you want, but I think Ulysses S Grant gets a solid A tier. He's kind of looking like, let me see. Okay, I'll pull up a photo. Okay, oh my god. Give me a second, but tell me that these two men do not look quite similar. Okay, just tell me, okay? Just tell me. Okay, if I can find this image. Because, like, you see Ulysses S Grant, and then you're like, okay, not too bad. But then you see this, alright? You see this resemblance? This man, this man, this man, this man. So Ulysses S Grant is an A tier. He's got that Javert facial hair. He's got those, you know, weary eyes from being a ruthless killer. And yeah, so A tier. I like Grant. Rutherford B. Hayes. He's got the Rasputin look. I don't hate it, but I don't like it. C tier. James A. Garfield. The beard is okay. Similar to Hayes. It's a begrudging C tier. Chester A. Arthur. No, sorry. I think that the mustache is like a little bit... A mustache with no beard is not a winning combination for most people. I hate to say it, Arthur, but yeah, that's how it is. Grover Cleveland. He's kind of got that, like, Sir Patrick Stewart kind of look, you know, going on with the lack of hair on the top of his head to his forehead. So I'll give him a high C tier, but I'm not even ordering these tiers, so it doesn't really matter. Benjamin Harrison, the second Harrison on this list. He's a D tier. I think the beard kind of works, but he does not look happy enough. He does not look energetic enough. He looks like he's about to do not much. William McKinley, C tier. I would say C tier. He's, you know, not got the facial hair, but he's got that stern expression. He's got, you know, pretty rugged set of facial features, I must say. Teddy Roosevelt. Now, Teddy, he's like, okay, call me a little bit biased based on his history, but Teddy, like, he's like the glasses, you know, bespectacled man. He's knowledgeable. He's crazy, very crazy, but he's also, you know, a great leader in a time of crisis. You would look to Teddy Roosevelt, and I think that I see that in his eyes and in his beardless mustache. And I'm sorry for criticizing you, Cleveland, for your beardless mustache, but Teddy pulls it off better. Taft. He does not pull off the beardless mustache, although he does not look too bad, so I'll give him a C tier. Woodrow Wilson. Now, I know the bespectacled intellectual look is not everybody's cup of tea, but I would say that Wilson, he's kind of got that, like, you know, the funny librarian kind of vibe, so I'd say A tier. He's, like, not a bad-looking guy, and I respect the glasses. What can I say? Is he even wearing glasses in this photo? Hold up. Tell me I'm not blind. Is he wearing glasses in this photo? Or does he just have really sunken eyes? Okay, I'm gonna say he's wearing glasses. This is a photo in which he is wearing glasses, my friends. Warren G. Harding. Nope. I just think the bushy eyebrows plus lack of facial hair is not a winning combination. Calvin Coolidge. I like Calvin Coolidge. He's a B tier. This guy, he's cold. He's ice cold. And like, if you've heard that story about him, like, someone asked him like, "Oh, I bet you can't say 3 words at the end of this dinner," and he, like, at the end of the dinner he says nothing, and then he comes up to this person. He's like, "You lose," and that's 2 words, not 3 words. So he wins. So, I don't know if that's a true story. That's something I heard off the grapevine. But yeah, I'm a Coolidge guy. Herbert Hoover. Herbert Hoover, you know, honestly, as much as I hate to say it, he's got that sort of, like, you know, American and 20th century businessman kind of vibes. And I know Hoover wasn't the greatest president ever. In fact, maybe not the greatest. That is literally, I'm just repeating what I just said. Anyways, Hoover, not the greatest president, but I admit he has that rugged individualist look, which is exactly the philosophy that he espoused. So congrats me. FDR. I hate to say it, FDR. I know you're usually ranked as one of the top couple of presidents in American history, but I can't give you anything more than a D tier. You looked really bad at the end of your presidency, and it's probably because you were dying. So I'm sorry, FDR, but I gotta say, yeah, not for me. Just personal preference. Truman. I like Truman. Truman, another bespectacled, gentle bro. He's an A tier. I might honestly even bump him up to S tier, because I think that although Truman, he was like egotistical or something like that. I can't quite remember what was in the American pageant, but Truman, he got that, you know, he looking kind of cute, looking kind of clean, looking kind of like the man of my dreams, looking, you know, Harry Truman. He's right there. And I don't agree with all of his policies for sure, but yeah, he's there. Dwight D Eisenhower, the people's man. Bald, beautiful. I think Eisenhower, he's got that weird sort of allure to him, you know? And I think he was a very popular leader. He was a very popular guy, but, you know, didn't really do a lot for civil rights, etc. So I can't put him too high. But Eisenhower, you know, he pulls off the bald look probably the best out of anybody on this list. I mean, like, yeah. He ain't got no hair, but he ain't got no shame about it, you know? JFK. I think a lot of people give JFK some flack. A lot of people give him a lot of credit as well. And, you know, I'm one of those people who gives our youngest, and I think, president, he was... I'm just Googling it up real quick. Was JFK the youngest president? Yes, 43 years, 7 months, and 22 days old. He's a young guy. And I respect the youngish look, and he really represents the American, you know, youthful spirit. He invigorated America, and then he died, unfortunately. But JFK was the guy. I respect his facial features very much. Lyndon B Johnson. I've never liked LBJ's look. I recognize, you know, he was Vietnam War. He was also, I mean, a lot of these guys were Vietnam War, let's be real. But he was also, you know, civil rights proponent, to my knowledge. So can't fault him too much. But LBJ kind of looks like he is very displeased with his ranking. And you know what? Fair. Fine. Whatever. Nixon. Very controversial. Very, very controversial. But that hairline is respectable. And the facial features are alright. I think that he's similar to Hoover. Very much a businessman-like figure, but I think he pulls it off quite well. Disagree with me on anything you want, but I think that Nixon did not look too bad, physically speaking. Mentally speaking. Alright, Gerald Ford. No, his smile is kind of giving me the creeps. I don't know too much about Ford, but I would not want to be in a room with him for too long, lest he turned out to be a Five Nights at Freddy animatronic come to eat me. Jimmy Carter? I like Jimmy Carter. I think he's an A-tier. Jimmy Carter is such a... You look at that smile and he starts smiling too. It's like, oh, Jimmy. And so, you know, you kind of get where I'm coming from. Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan, I'm going to have to put in a C tier. I know that this might be a little bit controversial considering he does not look that old in this picture. But Reagan kind of got the the strained smile, you know? Like, I feel like he's holding on to a lot with that smile. Honestly, same for H.W. Bush. H.W. Bush doesn't really give you the full deal, but I like that, you know, he seems pretty sincere about it, kind of. So, I mean, he's not the greatest looking dude ever, but I'll put him with his term adjacent fella, Ronald Reagan, and put H.W. Bush in C tier. Bill Clinton, youngish looking guy. Definitely not youngish, to be honest, but he was like, you know, this is like the silver fox kind of thing. So I think Bill Clinton is a B tier in physical appearance. George Bush, he's like slightly above H.W. Bush, but really too similar to place them too far apart. President Barack Obama. Now, as much as it pains me to say it, Barack Obama is not like a super high tier president or anything like that. President Obama, only his friends call him Barack. I would say that Obama is a decent looking guy, but you gotta remember, this guy is, relatively young and relatively in shape. He does not look like a melting snowman, which is a plus. So I gotta say, I'm putting him up in the A tier. A lot of the younger presidents I kind of gravitate more towards, and Obama, pretty solid looking fella. All right, so here's a general evaluation of U.S. presidents by how I think they look. And you know what? I think Pierce is just majestic enough to get into S tier. I mean, that nose is iconic. That, like, the strangely shaped jawline. It's odd, but it's yet so alluring. And so I must give Monroe an S tier, along with his Pierce, Truman, and Kennedy. A tier, we have Grant, Wilson, Eisenhower, Carter, Obama. Very diverse list here, but yeah. And then B, Tyler, Roosevelt, Coolidge, Ebert, Hoover, Nixon, and Clinton. And C tier, a hodgepodge of dudes. So this is my final and definitive U.S. president look tier list, based on how physically I think they hold up. Now, this is, of course, a very shallow, very superficial tier list. Do not base your evaluation of the presidents off of this on anything other than their physical looks, because their policies and such are very, very disconnected from their appearance. And many presidents throughout time have confirmed this. Many of the sucky presidents also looked not so bad. Many of the people who looked like they were struggling in health and in makeup and in facial care and in skincare routine and in moisturization, a lot of these guys were good presidents. So with that, here's my very shallow, very superficial tier list that was highly requested. I hope you agree with some of these. If you disagree strongly, let me know in the comments, because I think that there's some placings that could be a bit dubious. In any case, thank you for watching, and until next time, good luck with your US history studying, my friends, and see ya. Peace.